Alright, so I'm going into this video with basically a single topic that I want to talk about, and I'll just talk through as I think in my head. So, today I want to talk about authenticity, which is basically just doing actions that is aligned with yourself, basically what you want to do, who you really are. And the reason I'm talking about this is because this is important even to women and men, but especially to men, because men nowadays are not a single bit authentic. Okay, like they see a woman that they like, that they find attractive, that they might want to be a partner with, and they do basically everything just for that woman or that girl to like them. And that means not being authentic, so basically enjoying topics that they don't actually like, not being public about their interests. And for example, a really good example, that for example, maybe a woman doesn't like men that don't go to the gym. She's kind of stupid. It's kind of a trash example, but for example, and she's really attractive. She's really attractive, and a certain man likes her, and he knows that she doesn't like men that goes to the gym, but he actually goes to the gym. So what he'll do is he'll just lie about it, saying, "Oh, I don't really go to the gym," just so that woman likes him. And that's something that is happening a lot. Okay, you might not notice it, but it's really easy to notice it once you actually pay attention to it. It sort of becomes easier once you start to meditate a lot for some reason. Like, that's just my experience. Like, it becomes way easier to actually just find patterns when you've actually meditated for a long time. So I'm talking about this because that's something that is happening to me, similar, not to the extreme, but a little bit, which is I noticed that even with women, to be honest, this only happened with women, I'll be completely honest, not even with men, because I'm not attracted to men, right? And I noticed that when I'm talking to women, even if I don't have a romantic interest, I tend to not be authentic. It depends on what side of authenticity I'm talking about. For example, texting. When texting with women, I am not a single bit authentic. Um, Maybe that changes if... Actually, no. Now that I'm thinking about it, like, I tend to be authentic only to women that I do not find a single bit like attractive. But even if I find slightly bit authentic, I'll not even be authentic. Even if I find them a little bit attractive. And like, it's really weird. Like I said, it depends on the situation of authenticity. But something is, like I said, something really similar is happening to me, which is basically some of you might be on self-improvement, I'm guessing, and maybe you don't want to share that part of you. Maybe you don't want to share to others that you actually wake up a little bit earlier just to meditate, just to journal, or maybe to just go work out. And I know that because I'm currently doing that myself. So I don't think a single woman in my life, except from my mom, knows that I'm practicing self-improvement. And you might think that, some of you might think that's good, some of you might think that's bad. But it all depends on the place where it's coming from. And for me, it's coming from a place of shame. Why? I have no idea. Okay, that's something that I still have to figure out myself, something that I have to journal. But it's all coming from a place of shame, a place of just not wanting to be different from the rest. Which, it's kind of ironic because I find that being different from the rest is actually a really good thing, especially nowadays. But I guess it all comes down to like our ancestral brains, which is like not wanting to be the different one, because that means that you'll probably get kicked out of the tribe. In this case, not being friends with someone. And that's something that's really bothering me right now, which is like, I want to be authentic, but at the same time I have emotions that aren't letting me. Which those emotions might be just not wanting to hurt someone, maybe them stop liking me, or them stop like having an attraction to me, or just being my friends in general. And it's really bad because like ideally you would want to be authentic all the time, but we're humans, right? It's kind of impossible because we have emotions, and emotions are really really irritating, and some people might be able to ignore them and just do the action better than others. I don't consider myself really an emotional person, but there are some cases like this one where I let my emotions like drag me a lot really. And this is like more of a vent, out of a rant, and you might be like struggling with this as well, which is authenticity, just struggling being authentic. Yeah, it's really really tough, man. Especially if you're a man, like this is something that I really want to fix, okay? Like it doesn't matter if the woman likes me or not. I just want to be authentic. I just want to be myself. Because I know that'll like decrease the amount of regret that I have every single day. And that's the goal. That like the goal is to go to bed and think like, oh, I don't regret a single bit that I did today. Like that would be true happiness. And that's something that I'm aiming for, something that you should be aiming for. Maybe that's something we all are aiming for. But yeah, I just want to talk about that because that's something that's happening in my life, and I currently do not have a fix to it. I mean, the fix ideally would be just to be authentic, of course. Like, in and of itself, it's not really a complicated topic, it's just like, be yourself. It's not that hard. But then you have the emotion side of things, the emotional side of things, that really fuck you up, that like just says like, oh, you shouldn't be authentic because what if that person doesn't like that side of you? And ideally you should be like, okay, if she doesn't like or he doesn't like that side of me, then fuck him or fuck her. Like that's okay, you know, you don't have to be liked by everyone. But maybe I do want to be liked by everyone, and I know that's an issue of mine. And I'm really glad that I'm recording this video because I just noticed that maybe I just want to be liked by everyone. And it's kind of ironic because I say to almost every of my friends, like, you don't have to be liked by everyone, you know, just be yourself. And I'm just wanting to be liked by everyone. But yeah. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, okay? I hope you got something to extract, some advice, something that you can apply, or yeah, that's basically it, okay? I'll see you tomorrow.